Welcome along to Spare Time from the BetVictor Weber Cup. Another day yesterday that went in Team USA's favour. In fact, the day itself was a draw, but Chris Barnes, the American captain, is the happiest of the two because, Chris, you've still got a big 7-point lead going into the final day.
Yeah, I guess in theory it's a win, but our goal each time is to win each session. We didn't really win either session, but draws with a 6-7 point lead those are wins, I guess, ultimately. So I guess we're probably in some ways fortunate to be there. In other ways, I felt like that maybe we underachieved a little bit today. But we've made Europe earn their points. They've basically won a bunch of roll-offs. They've won the last match of all the sessions. And so those 4 points plus 2 or 3 of the roll-offs in between there, we really haven't, we've only, I think, survived one of them so far. And there's things we can do to improve, and I think we're going to have to now that Osku seems like he's hit form. I think I would expect Dom to show up, and Stu even threw a double. So, I mean, if Stu's actually going to throw a strike, then anything can happen.
Well, you got that win over you, Chris, but you got your redemption a couple of matches later.
It's so disappointing. I mean, as much as it's nice to be the giant slayer, and we actually got a point off Jesper. I think no one expected that at that point. I thought we were, I think everybody thought we were in a little bit of trouble, that it was going the wrong direction. But after losing to Stu, that was supposed to be I was going in the 2 matches. I got Stu and Jesper. If I go 1-1, all right, that's kind of how you felt like that was supposed to go, and that's a win. If we can get through Jesper and be even, losing to Stu, now this whole thing's going the wrong way in a hurry.
And so actually that win over Jesper was one of the biggest of the tournament because it just stopped that momentum.
Well, and that's what we've been really good at up until basically the start of that session is that every time they'd won a point, we won the next one. And not letting the momentum build and let them start to get comfortable and feel like they're on a good roll. And then we lost a couple matches and they had their big boys coming up next. It looked like it could go the other way pretty fast.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, Team USA have had some of the big moments in the BetVictor Weber Cup so far. We've put together 4 of the biggest ones from yesterday's play. You can vote for them at Weber Cup on Twitter. Here's the shortlist.
Captain America, 1 frame away from being a real bowling superhero.
For Anthony Simonson to step right through and put another point up for the Americans.
Yeah, that's a pretty good position to be at.
Absolutely, 8 or better right here.
That's the way to do it. X marks the spot, and the USA are back in the ascendancy.
For Anthony Simonson to step right through and put another point up for the Americans. 8.
That's a pretty good position to be at.
Absolutely, 8 or better right here.
That's the way to do it. X marks the spot. Yes, individually he is off the mark, and Europe, well, they're on the march. How about that? Eureka, says Stuart Williams. Yes, individually he is off the mark. It's all on this.
Yeah, don't forget to vote for your moment of the day. At Twitter, we're at Weber Cup. Dom Barrett is with me now, as you can see, and Dom, actually the same deficit as it was last night, 7 points. So positives that you've drawn today, but obviously no inroads into that deficit. So how do you feel?
I feel much better. We've given ourselves a chance. We actually started bowling well. So we haven't started beating them in sessions yet, and they've been bowling great from the first moment at the Weber Cup, but at least we're kind of up there with them now. We're bowling well. We're going to start firing as a team, I'm sure, pretty soon. Yes, it's been great. Oscar and Thomas, you could see, that's the best I've seen Oscar bowl in a long time, that last game, and he's fully deserving of it, and it's great for us, and I look forward to see what's going to come next.
And what a moment in that evening session last night, in fact, when Stu Williams got his first point. That was a big relief. You could see it on his face. It must be a big moment for you.
It was big, and we got to that moment in the match where we're just not bowling well. Him and I are the ones who aren't bowling very well at the moment, and we just miss moves. So things just snowball. So you have like your ball goes a little bit light, doesn't do what you think. The lane's changing all the time, and you're playing against the great bowlers as well. So that everything sort of piles on, and then his ball didn't do what he thought, and not bowling very well. So kind of went and had a chat with him, and so first of all it went light, then it struck because we made it hook more because it didn't hook enough, and then when he missed in, it hooked too much, and that was really because of the fact that you're trying to do an overcorrection and things aren't really working well, you're not flowing. So we had a quick chat about it. He got his hand in such a good spot after that, and it was like a different bowler. He bowled great, fully deserving at that point, and he finished off, with that strike. It was perfect.
It's a big day coming up. What's the game plan?
More of what we did today. We need to just feel more comfortable with bowling well. Obviously, that takes time too. So, the first step's to bowl well. The next one's to start winning points from that. Obviously, you can't win the points if you don't bowl well, and that's what we did today. So hopefully the points follow tomorrow.
Well, Dom, hopefully best of luck today. And we've seen some big European comebacks at the Weber Cup before. Fingers crossed for one today. We're live at 1 p.m. on Sky Sports.